Welcome to living in Austin, Texas. My name is James Johnson. I'm a realtor here in the Austin Metro with Lone Wolf Realty Group under Coldwell Banker. Today we are going to be going over when is the best time to move to Austin. So let's go ahead and take a look through all the main factors you need to think about. All right, so you might be thinking, why are we talking about when the best time to move to Austin is? I need to be worried about when is the best time to buy, or even should I buy in Austin. Don't worry, we're making those two distinctions. We'll make separate videos for those other two topics. So this one, we're really gonna get into the specifics of when is the best time to actually move. It's a question we get asked all the time because of the craziness and all of the misconceptions about the market here and all the facts that you see across all the headlines. So we definitely wanted to break those down a little bit better. So let's go ahead and dive in. What's going on, and welcome to Living in Austin, Texas. If you're new here, this channel is all about what it's really like living in Austin, Texas. If you're not new, thank you so much for coming back. But please remember to go ahead and hit the like button so that way if anybody else is searching for the same information, they can find it easy. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that way anytime we post a new video, you get notified and you don't miss anything. Now, my name is James. I'm a realtor here in the Austin Metro, and I work for the Lone Wolf Realty Group at Coldwell Banker. And look, we get people all the time reaching out to us via text, via call, email, on our social media, and we love it, right? If you're somebody that wants to think about taking that next step, please feel free to do so. Please reach out to us any way that is best for you, whether that's text, call, email, on our social medias, commenting on the video. We'll also go ahead and attach a link down below if you want to schedule an initial consultation. You can actually meet us face to face and have a conversation, right? Whatever it is and whatever way that you need to reach out to us, please do so because we have your back whenever it comes to moving here to Austin, Texas. Alrighty, so diving right in, the first thing that we want to make sure that you do is be polite and ask Mother Nature for permission. Now, what I really mean, right, is let's look at the weather and the different seasons. Also remember that you have two climates that you have to worry about, both the one that you're coming from and the one that you're coming to here in Texas, right? The effect could be positive or negative, and really, timing that is ultimately going to be the best or the least scenario for you, right? If you're moving here in the summer, if you're not accustomed to heat, it can be very, very hard and uncomfortable to move all your stuff, move your whole family, and not get stressed out and want to question whether or not you should have moved here. And also, right, if you're coming from a place that has a super harsh winter, that would be opportune here in Austin because it's not as bad. But if you're moving from somewhere, right, snows on the ground for months at a time, right, that could be a lot harder on your end, right? So definitely you need to ask Mother Nature for permission, right, both leaving and coming here to Austin. Make sure that you're really taking into consideration how you function in the elements, whether you like it colder, like it hotter, what you can stand, how your overall health is, right? I mean, if it's going to be a strenuous move, then you definitely need to plan around the weather because again, right, the heat here in the summer can be really, really tough on a lot of folks. The spring and the fall are always great, and our winters are not as extreme as most other places, right, that you'd be moving from. So again, right, let's go ahead and ask Mother Nature for permission so that way, you're setting yourself up for failure, and you want to have a pleasant and welcoming move, not one that makes you want to question if you should have moved at all. Alrighty, so the second thing that we really want you to take into consideration whenever making that move to decide when is really the best time to move is moving companies, right? One, whether or not you're going to use one. If you're going to do it on yourself, that's great. You'll save a lot of money. But remember, there's going to be travel and all that. If you are coming from out of state and you are going to use a moving company, then there's a few things that you want to consider, right? One, when is the busy season? And for most moving companies, that's going to be when the weather is the most moderate because that's when people are moving, right? So kind of in that springtime going into early summer and then coming out of summer, until early winter, those are going to be the busier seasons. And that kind of brings us to the second point about moving companies, right? Who is the cheapest or who's going to give you the best value? We always recommend to always get 3 quotes, right? 3 different companies, 3 different modes. That way you have a true full comprehension of what it actually is going to cost you And again, right, the busier seasons, typically those prices are going to be a little bit higher. So if you want to avoid that, go during the slower seasons, you might get a rate, maybe 15-20% discount compared to a busy season rate. So really, you just want to take into consideration, of course, make sure you're reading the reviews on those moving companies. The last thing you want to do is put all your stuff into a moving truck and never see it again, or it get damaged, or something happened in an accident, right? So make sure you're doing your due diligence, really reviewing those companies, reading what other customers have to say, how their experiences are. You really want to vet that moving company, because again, right, you're going to put all of your trusted valuables and mementos and all your family heirlooms and belongings, right, all into this company, and you need to trust them in order to take care of that, because at the end of the day, right, you want to get here, you want it all to be here when you get here, and if they offer that service, right, maybe even already moved into the house. So moving companies are definitely going to be a big topic whenever considering when is the best time to move to Austin. So kind of leading, into our final topic, right? What are your priorities? Because that is going to play a huge role in when is the best time for you to move. Because at the end of the day, there's not a one size fits all. So, take a, personal accounting, right? What are you moving here for? Is it because you have family that's close by? Do you have kids and children that need to be in school? Are you a professional and you're moving here for work and you need to time that with the relocation, right? Those are really, a few of the main things that you really want to time and you really want to take into consideration. And lastly is the leisure, right? If you're coming here because you want to be able to enjoy the elements, then you need to kind of time that accordingly, whether that's, coming into spring, that where you can have, all the summer months to be able to enjoy all the fun stuff to do outside. Or if you're trying to, again, right, escape another area where you don't want to spend a winter there, you don't want to spend a summer there, and you want to come here, right? So that leisure is kind of that third one that we really want to talk about. So at the end of the day, right, outline your own priorities, take a personal accounting, and really figure out when is the best time for you to move. And then we'll do our best to kind of bridge that gap of, okay, how do we take what's best for you and then what's best to actually make that move. So again, right, take that personal accounting, take the extra steps to really outline why you're moving here, what are those reasons, what are your motivations, and let that kind of drive your conversation. Alrighty, so this is the meat and potatoes, right? What you all came here for. When is the best time to move to Austin? Well, I'm sorry, I don't have a super definitive answer because truly it depends. At the end of the day, it's going to be about what's best for you and your family or your situation, right? Like we said, there's a few things you want to take into account. Of course, when are the busy seasons for both moving and for your family, right? Do you want to try to plan it around the school year? Are you moving for work? That kind of stuff. Secondly, we really want to make sure that we ask Mother Nature for permission, and you got to do that in two places, from the place that you're leaving and to here in Austin, right? So if you need to plan it to avoid a harsh winter, then that's one reason to do it. If you want to plan it to avoid a harsh summer here, then that's another reason, right? And lastly, right, why are you moving here? What are your motivations? Is it for work? Is it for family? Is it to raise your family, right? Outlining those things will really help you make the best decision, because at the end of the day, I can tell you that, hey, March is going to be the best time, or April is going to be the best time, or August or September is going to be the best time, and that may not align with you, right? So it really needs to come from you. You need to take that personal accounting, outline those things that we talked about, right? Mother Nature, moving companies in the busy seasons, right? And then those priorities to really come to, a conclusion and really reconcile all of those to really make a decision that's best for you and your family. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about, is making it as a smooth and comfortable and easy move for you and your family. So of course, we're here to help with that in any way that we can. All right, well, you made it to the end of another video. Thank you so much for sticking around and really outlining when is actually the best time to move to Austin. Like I said, right, it's not always about when's the best time to buy or if I even should, want to move to Austin. This video is very specific in telling you when is the best time to move to Austin. At the end of the day, it's a one size fits all. So like I said before, reach out to us via text, via email. We're gonna go ahead and attach that link in the bottom if you wanna schedule an introductory consultation with us, talk to us face to face, really go over the whole process. Also, be sure to check out our other video, 6 steps to moving into Austin. That'll kind of give you some direction there. But like I said, right, reach out to us in any way that you can, any way that's best for you. We'll be sure to reach out to you back and really help you with that process. So thank you so much for sticking around. Hope to see you again soon. And of course, welcome to Austin.